Hey everyone, and welcome back. Spring is in the air here in Newfoundland, so doing some maintenance on my Yamaha motorbike here. This is a V-Star 1100 Silverado Yamaha motorcycle, and today I'm going to be changing out the final drive gear oil. And this is a it's a pretty simple procedure, maintenance procedure. Basically, you just need some gear oil, and this is what I'm going to use. There's many other different varieties of gear oil you can use, but this here is the Castrol Axle Limited Slip 80W90 API GL-5, and pretty simple how to do this. If you look here on the rear final drive here, it's the shaft here, as you might be able to see on the top of the screen, but this is the final drive. This here nut down here, this bolt, this is where the fluid is going to come out. I got a bucket here to capture the heavy oil that's going to come out, and once it's out, then you just need to retop through this bolt here. This bolt right here, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, just undo that and fill it up till it's up to the top, till it just starts seeping out the side. Wipe it up and put the plug back in, and the bolt back in, and away you go. So pretty simple procedure. I just want to capture this just in case some people might want to know how to do it. It is a 17mm on this specific motorcycle for both the drain plug and fill cap. Now, as you can see, I have the bucket kind of propped on one end, so it's tilted in so that it doesn't run over the rim and tire of the bike. And so that'll, because if I left it flat on the floor, it might seep over the edge. It's just managing to get in there without, as you can see, without making a mess. And there wasn't a whole lot of gear oil in there, but enough, whatever was supposed to be in there. But I am going to top it up, as I said. So you just prop it up with the lid. Here is the actual bolt, the drain plug. And let's have a look at the quality of the oil here. Just put a dab on my finger. Not bad. It's certainly time to change it. I'll clean up this drain plug while I'm at it, while I'm waiting for the rest of this to come out. Now, I could have taken this bike for a ride and warmed up the rear end gear, but it's not a very nice day today. A little bit of rain, so we'll just let this drip for about a half hour, and then we'll replenish with new gear oil. I think this tip is magnetic because it seemed like there's a little bit of sludge and maybe some metal filings on it. So that's a great thing for picking up the filings off of the rear end gear, according as it becomes peeled off, because you know, the filings can cause extra wear. So that's a neat feature. I'm going to double check to make sure that it is magnetic. Yep, it definitely is magnetic, and that's great to know. Yeah, this is the refill plug, the bolt that you put the fluid in, and the fluid here will be put in there. You're going to need a funnel. You're going to find a small funnel, and you slowly fill it up till it gets to the top. When it starts to ooze out of those threads, or when you see it at the base of this housing, you have enough of your gear oil in there for the proper function of the rear end. And just so you know, it is magnetic. Cool. And once you're ready to put your gear oil in, you're going to need to get the dispenser ready. And basically this comes with the cap, self-explanatory. You don't want to cut too low because you want this lock to work for when you want to store it again. So anywhere above this line, you cut it on a kind of a 45-degree angle like that. My knife is not the sharpest. There you go. And squirt that slowly into the funnel, your gear oil, and that should be just fine until it starts to seep out. Put your cap on. Okay, I've tightened up this drain bolt now. It's all ready to be filled, so that needs to be put in and torqued to the proper torque. And now I'm going to start putting the gear oil into here slowly till it gets to the bottom of the threads. Okay, there we are. We have both bolts, both the drain and the fill plug, torqued and ready to go. She was just oozing a little bit of gear oil, and then I just let it settle so it wouldn't ooze no more. Clean up around the area here, and then tighten up the fill bolt. One thing I neglected to mention is it's important to have your bike level. So don't leave it on your side kickstand. Block it up. You can make yourself a jack like what I have here. Kind of a little pry, tapered there, and you can lift it up when your bike's level, standing upright I mean. And you can use this bar to lift up the bike and bring it to a level position here. And that way you get the levels properly. And the same thing when you go to do your oil change. Of course you need your bike level, perfectly level, to get the levels back into your sight glass. Anyway, that's it for changing the final gear oil here on the Yamaha V-Star 1100 Silverado. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this informative.